Hey there, Bulldog fans, and welcome into this week's episode of the Bulldog Blitz. On assignment from a different location this week, outside Hinkle Fieldhouse here in Indianapolis. Mark Minner alongside Stephen Peak. I guess it's a little bit of superstition, but we're bringing Steve Peak back once more. The Bulldogs have won. They're on to the Elite Eight for the first time in school history. 63-59 victory over Syracuse out in Salt Lake City. And Steve, how big of a game was that one?
Oh, it's the biggest game in program history by far. Obviously, we've never made it to the Elite Eight, and just to do it in the modern times and the system, which is just so difficult for the smaller, sometimes smarter team to win against athleticism, and Butler did it, so it's great.
Well, one of the things coming into the game was that Syracuse zone. Everybody talked about it. How's Butler going to be able to break inside? But they did, and jumped out to a huge start in the front. But what were they able to do?
Yeah, really get the penetration in the middle. Not low in the paint, behind the paint. Willie Veasley was really working around the free throw line area. Howard did it a little bit too when Veasley went to the bench. And just when you can bust in the middle and then do the Butler kick out, get that shot, that's when the jump shots are good. When you're just pulling up, they're kind of forced, but they get in rhythm, getting the penetration and kicking it back out.
One thing you love to see from the Bulldogs, that high turnover total for Syracuse. Very pesky defense all night long.
Oh, yeah, and 18 turnovers for the Orangemen, which I believe is the same total as they had against Murray State. And equally against Murray State, 6 turnovers for us and only 7 against the Orangemen. So it really is becoming the foundation of their team in the late in the postseason.
What's nice is too, it doesn't seem like the Bulldogs feel like they're underdogs, playing with a lot of confidence. You saw it right from the start, and against UTEP and against Syracuse, and also Murray State, when they got down, they seemed very resilient. And as Coach Stevens says, resolve. That's what you see a lot of in this team.
Oh yeah, and resolve leads into all the other facets of the game. And I don't think they're really listening to the media as much. They don't need to hear their predictions. They're definitely focused, and they're not just ignoring. They really don't care what the prediction is. They're going to go out and play their style of basketball, and it's worked for them so far.
Okay, and now, after I know we both stayed up late into the night to watch that double overtime victory, Kansas State over Xavier. What a huge game, and Jacob Poland with a huge three-pointer, 30 seconds left in double OT. But now this K-State team is tired heading into the Saturday matchup.
Yeah, well, we're hoping so. But odds are, they're such a great team that they're going to recover, they're going to rest, they're going to do all the things they've been doing for the past 30-some games to be healthy for the next one. But Butler's going to prepare. They're going to prepare. It's going to be a great game.
What do the Bulldogs have to do to get to the Final Four here in Indianapolis?
They got to keep that defense up. Really, these are low-scoring games, not because we're missing jump shots, which we are here and there, but really because the possessions are controlled, and we're forcing them to control theirs, not running gun on us, and we're controlling ours on the other end. So the shot clock's getting down, and the turnovers are being forced, and then we're bringing the ball up and just running our offense really nicely.
And real quick, how important is this? You can talk about it and joke about it at the beginning of the year. The Cinderella story, making it to their hometown, just a few miles away, Lucas Oil Stadium. And when the team drove out, they drove past Lucas Oil on the way to San Jose, to the airport, and it would mean so much for the city and for the team.
Oh, yeah, and well, there are a couple local players on the team, players from Indiana, so I think it'd be really, really special for them. But the other guys on the team, too, no matter where you're from, it's going to be special for them, too, because they're all doing it together. And, the site being so close and in town, it's going to be wonderful for them as far as playing, and wonderful for the fans, because that fan block is going to be huge down there.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, for joining us this week.
Oh, it's been great. Been enjoying it.
Outside Hinkle Fieldhouse, so much tradition here, and yet the first time the Bulldogs have ever made it to the Elite Eight. The school was absolutely insane last night. Students out in the street dancing. But even more exciting is the possibility of playing the Final Four here in Indianapolis. That'll do it this week for the Bulldog Blitz alongside Stephen Peak, sports editor for the Butler Collegian. I'm Mark Minner. We'll see you next time here on the Bulldog Blitz.